Welcome back, you beautiful people. It is November 2022, so naturally, we're taking a look back at what happened in October 2022. Might be a little bit hard to read the word here, but that makes it better. We're going to take a look back at what happened in October. As always, feel free to share this video with somebody who might be interested to see what's happening in the real estate market in Ottawa. Like the video and subscribe to the channel so you can keep up to date with all these different videos as well as different listing videos as they hit. So we'll get right into it here. In the month of October, we sold 40.9% less houses than we did in October 2021. Now, moving forward over the course of the next 6+ months, we're going to see numbers that look smaller, both on the sale price as well as on the average price. The average price of a home and condo in Ottawa went down by 2.6%. This is the first time in the last 4 years that we're seeing the average prices go down. We have a lot more inventory, 3,219 properties available for sale right now, homes and condos. Which is a slight change down from last month. So we start to dwindle as we get towards the winter months. 3.26 months of inventory. So we are still in a seller's market, but we're on our way out of a seller's market. Properties are selling, but the properties that are selling are the best price ones, and they come onto the market and they go off the market again. Year to date, you can see the total number of transactions is down by almost 23%, but the average combined price is still up by 8%. So we saw another $20,000 drop versus the same month last year, after seeing a $9,000 rise last month. But before that, we were going down significantly. The rate announcements, their effect on affordability, this is all of this is going to have a further negative effect, as we move towards a different market. And that's okay. We're a similar price point that we had last year. So that when we compare to last year, the fact that these next 6 months is going to be, or were at the end of 2021 and the beginning of 2022, a ramp up, it's going to make it look moving forward like when we're comparing to the same month last year, it's going to make it look worse than it actually is. So that's where we sit year to date. Breaking it down onto the residential side, you can see we sold a total of 40% less residential homes last year, and the average price went down by 5.4%. You can see the inventory again on residentials, 85.5% more properties, and only a slight increase in terms of number of residential houses available for sale in October versus in September. 3.1/3 months of inventory, and you can see the sales there at 758 versus the inventory at 2538. So it still technically is a seller's market until we get to that 4-month price point. 4-month term in terms of time. Again, number of sales year to date is down on residential by 22%. However, again, the average price is higher by 9.4, but every month we're seeing that average price coming down because the gap between the prices is getting it's less now than it was earlier in this year. So at the beginning of the year, if you remember, in January, February, March, we were up by 20+% versus 2021. Now we're getting closer down to that under 10%. Okay. Another major drop on the residential side after only going down by $1,000 on average last month. But I mean, we're getting close to that 200K drop rate. I think we're at 185, 186 over the course of 9 months. So sellers are getting worried, and less sales are happening, and they're pulling they're pulling their houses off the market. They're choosing just not to sell because they're not getting the price, hoping that it might be better to wait until next year. We don't know. We don't know if it's going to be better next year or if it's going to be worse next year. Buyers are feeling the squeeze. They're looking towards condos. They can't buy the residential property that they want anymore. And so it's hard on a lot of different fronts for people who are wanting to buy and sell. In the condo world, on a different note here, you can see the average price of a condo actually went up by 9.3% versus last year. The condos have sort of been the shining light as we've come out of the peak that we had earlier this year. Total number of sales down at 229, a decrease of 44.4%. You can see here, so we've got 38.4% more condos for sale. So not a lot more when you compare it to the residential side. That looks like 80% more. Okay, so we're talking about half the amount more, and a decrease versus September 2022. Those numbers at the top should say October 22 and October 21, but I'm not going to update them for the purposes of this video because I don't want to have to re-record the entire thing. Sales inventory means we've got about 3 months worth of inventory, so it still is a seller's market. Year to date in the condo world, the average price has gone up by 8.6%. You can see there at the bottom, but the total number of transactions is down by 20.5%. Relatively interesting, the condo segment did see a $5,000 decrease month after month after seeing a $29,000 increase last month. Last 6 months have not, like I said, have not been as bad on the condo segment as they have on the residential segment, because a lot of the people who would have bought residential homes are forced to simply buy a condo. So if you would like to have your own private conversation, you can click on the Calendly link below to set up your own private consultation to talk about what all of this means to you, if you're buying or if you're selling or if you're investing in real estate. And of course, share this video with somebody who you think might find it interesting. Like the video and subscribe to the channel so you can keep up to date with all of our fun videos and see properties before they hit the market. And until next time, keep it real, collective.